Hello everyone, good morning. I jumped on so I can allow for some time for people to join and to make sure that I have my setup okay so that you can see me and that there's good lighting and all of that. So if you're joining me this morning, this is for coffee and cards. Post a little comment. Let me know you're here. Say good morning, hello. Let me know where you're watching from. I have some super cute cards to make today. And I just messed up my grid paper, the coffee ring. So I'm going to pull that one out so we have a nice clean sheet. I don't know why, but I'm picky about my grid paper being nice when I start, even though it gets messy by the end. So all right, we're gonna give it a couple more minutes. See if anybody jumps on this morning. To get my glue, can't forget that. That's the most important piece of our projects. It's a gloomy morning here in Tennessee. Okay. We'll give it about one more minute just to see if anybody jumps on. And then I'll go ahead and get started. Again, if you're joining, let me know that you're watching with a little comment. Picture of your favorite mug. And we're going to get going. Lots of fun stuff coming up next month. I can't wait to share it with you. If you're not already a subscriber to my newsletter, hop on over to my blog, sugarandscraps.com, and you'll get a little pop-up that will prompt you to join the newsletter. It's going to be some information that my newsletter subscribers are going to get first on September 1st, and then I'll share it with everybody else in the days that follow. All right, let's go ahead and get started. So hello, welcome, and good morning. It's Saturday, August 29th. If you're watching this live, you'll see the live box up in the top corner. If you don't see that, you're watching the replay. But this is my Saturday coffee and cards. I'm so glad you're here. And this week I have been showcasing projects using the Simply Citrus All-Inclusive Kit. This kit is a fantastic value. You get everything you need to create some beautiful cards. If you caught my online card class on Wednesday, you would have already seen these. But if you haven't, these are the cards that you can make using this kit. And when I say it comes with everything you need to make the cards, it literally comes with everything. The only thing you have to grab from your home stash is a pair of scissors. So you get the card bases, the die cuts, the twine, the glue dots, Stampin' Dimensionals. They give you a stamp set, an ink spot, so you don't even need an ink pad. And it even comes with a clear block for holding your stamps, which is phenomenal. If you don't have any clear mount stamps and you don't have any of these blocks, you need one for this kit. Well, it comes with it, so that's kind of a nice little perk. So you get everything you need. This kit makes 15 cards, 3 each of these 5 styles. They were super simple to put together, super quick. And again, if you go to my blog, I featured some alternative ways to use the kit this week. And today's cards are going to be using just the stamp set. So I'm going to show you another way to use the stamp set once your kit contents are gone. So let me go ahead and move this out of the way. Now I'm going to bring in the cards that we're going to make. So the cards today, I started out with a very simple design, and then I did 2 other cards, each one a little more stepped up than the last. So here's the first card. I just stamped some fruit slices on the card and then stamped my thank you sentiment there. My next card, and you could use anything to do this with, but I die cut a stitched nested label out of Bermuda Bay and did a small yellow banner, and then I masked the stamp so that I could separate out the words, so it's a little bit more detailed. And then this last card, and I don't know why I gave the fruit slices leaves, it just seemed right when I was making them, and now that I look at it, it doesn't really make sense. So but they're there, they're stuck on my card, so that's how it is. But this one, I had a plan to stick this piece on the inside, so I cut a stitch nested label from the center of my card front, but then when I did it, I decided I didn't want it to pop or to be on the inside here, so I added a small layer to attach this to. And same thing, I masked my stamp using just a sticky note to separate out the words, and I made that same yellow banner there for the rest of it. So these were super easy, super fun, and I'm going to show you how to make them. We're going to do it in a different color this morning though, so let me move these out of the way and we'll go ahead and get started. So those cards were done using Flirty Flamingo, so they were all in a pink color. This morning we're going to use Daffodil Delight. So I have my card bases already cut and ready to go. So I'll give you the dimensions for those as we move along. And I think what I'm going to do is bring in that piece of grid paper that I got the coffee ring on. That way I don't mess up a brand new sheet. So excuse the coffee ring from my mug. So this is a piece of cardstock that is measuring 4 1/4 inches by 11 inches, and we've scored it in half at 5 1/2 inches, and that just gives us our crease to fold the card in half. I like to crisp up my creases with my bone folder. So then all I'm going to do is bring in my Daffodil Delight ink and my fruit slice. I have Night of Navy ink as well, and my sentiment that I'm using today is Hello Sunshine. So I am going to stamp my greeting first. I don't know where, I think I'm going to put it here this morning. Okay. And then we're going to bring our fruit slices in, and I think the first thing I'm going to do, I've decided that I'm going to change this one up a little bit. I'm going to mask off my stamp here with a little sticky note. And using my Daffodil Delight ink, I'm going to ink up that little fruit slice, and I'm going to stamp right over top of that sticky note. And then it looks like the fruit slice is coming over the word. And then I'm just going to continue to randomly stamp these fruit slices all over my card front here. My puppy is barking at my cat, so I apologize for that noise. She's in a very playful mood this morning. All right, I think I'm going to add just one right here, one right here, and I think it's time for me to re-ink my Daffodil Delight ink pad. So that is it for the first one. Now you guys, you could add some extras to this if you wanted. You could add some twine, some rhinestones, whatever you wanted to do to jazz it up a little bit. But the whole point of this was to keep it kind of simple. You can add as many or as few of the fruit slices as you want. You could even use a different image from the set as well. So there is our first card, super cheery and fun. So let's go ahead and bring in the supplies for our next card. This one, card base is a little bit of a different size. So this one's going to measure 5.5 inches by 8.5 inches. And then I've scored it in half at 4.25 inches. If you miss any of the measurements, don't worry. I will post pictures of the cards and pictures of the cards also with measurements and a few simple directions on my blog later today, and I will share the link for that later. So this one, I didn't use the fruit slice. I used the lemon. I'll bring that one in again. So I stamped the lemon all over the card base, and then I stamped my greeting on the other pieces. So we're going to go ahead and, oh, sorry, I dropped that clear block. I just want to make sure my stamp is good and clean before I try to mask it, because sometimes there's a little bit of ink residue that remains and it can leave some marks on the cardstock. So the first thing I'm going to do is take my little sticky note here, and these are just those little tab stickies, and what I'm going to do is cover over the hello portion of my stamp, so that when I go to ink it, the only part that's going to get ink on it is the word sunshine. Now there are a couple different ways that you can mask. This one is just kind of one of my go-tos just because it's quick and easy. So I'm just going to take my stamp pad, press it down, and then you can see when I lift up, my hello is not covered in ink. And then you're just going to throw away that little sticky tab. So what I'm going to do is take my strip here, and I'm going to stamp the word, you know what, I think I'm going to stamp sunshine on my little piece here. So sunshine, let me make sure this is nice and clean. Sorry, the camera was probably shaking there. And then we're just gonna Make sure all that extra residue's up. I'm gonna make sure it's dry. We're gonna bring in one more sticky note. And this time we are going to cover up the sunshine portion of the stamp. This one's going to be a little more difficult because the H comes up quite a bit higher than on my other stamp. But same thing, we're going to take that ink pad here and we're just going to press it down over the hello portion of the stamp. Now you can see here that I got a little bit of ink on my block, so if that happens, you're just going to want to be careful when you press it down on your strip. And I'm just going to kind of center that the best I can. And we're going to do that one more time. We're going to do that masking one more time on the next card. But now that that portion's done, we're going to go ahead and stamp our lemons. So same thing here. You're just going to kind of randomly stamp. Some lemons wherever you think. You want them to go. I think that looks good. Now to put this together, I'm going to bring in my triple banner punch. And it's triple banner because you can do 3 different sizes. I think it's 1 inch, 1.5 inches, and 2 inches wide, but you can do any size really. So we're going to open this up and I'm going to slide this in here so it's centered. But then I'm going to flip it over because I want to make sure that I am not cutting off my word. I'll just punch. So it gives us our little banner. I think I'm going to go a little bit closer there. So centered. I like that a little bit better, I think. I could probably still go even closer, but I'm just going to leave it. So then we are going to bring in our glue here. Normally I'd use my snail, or my, my snail. It's no longer called snail, it's called Stampin' Seal. But I haven't gotten my shipment of stuff yet. So I don't have my seal, and I've actually never used it, so I'll probably do a how-to video. Oh, I smudged it up. Bummer. That's okay. You can't really tell, I guess. I don't know. Anyway, so we're going to bring in a couple Stampin' Dimensionals here to pop this up, and put a few of these on, and then I'm going to trim my banner probably once I get this on, because I'm going to line this up a little bit differently than I did on my sample. Bear with me while I pull off these backings. A little bit tedious. Way. Alright guys, my thing flipped over, so I hope it didn't stick. Oh, rescued. Alright, so I am going to put this kind of off to the side here. I want to make sure that that is nice and straight. I'm just going to take my snips here and just snip right along the edge of that cardstock piece there. So piece of dimensional here that, there we go. Okay, so there's that one. As I said, super simple. These do not take any time at all. All you need, I used the paper from the Brights collection, so you can get a pack of that, I think for $9, and you get 2 each of all 10 colors in the Brights collection. And those are 8.5 by 11-inch sheets, so you can get quite a few projects out of one pack of paper. And these colors I felt just kind of fit this stamp set, the Simply Citrus. So there's the second card. So let's go ahead and do our final card, and this one has a little more detail to it. So the first thing I'm going to do is stamp my elements, because we're going to color and cut. And since my last card has some random leaves on fruit slices, we're going to do the lemon so that it looks a little more appropriate, I guess. So we're going to stamp 2 lemons in Daffodil Delight. And then we're going to stamp 2, oh, I lost my stamp. Okay, apparently it didn't stick well enough. Time to clean my clear blocks, I think. Okay, then we're going to stamp 2 sets of leaves in Night of Navy. Now you could color these in with whatever you'd like to color them in with. If you have watercolor pencils, if you have regular Stampin' Write markers, or your Stampin' Blends, you could even use a water painter with the stamp pad. You could use a Stampin' Blends, not a Stampin' Blends, oh goodness, for the life of me, I can't remember the name of it. A blender pen. You could use a blender pen and your ink pad to color these in as well. But because I have my blends, I am going to bring those in. I'm done with this for now. So I'm going to color the lemons in with my light Daffodil Delight. And we're just going to kind of shade those in real quick. It doesn't have to be perfect because we are going to cut these out. Unless you want to leave a little bit of a white border around your edge. You don't have to worry about coloring these in perfect. And then I'm going to use my light shaded spruce to color in the leaves here. And I think this color just looks nice with the navy outline. Same thing, you don't really have to worry about coloring them in perfectly because we are going to cut them out. So now, if you guys will bear with me while I cut these out, I'm going to highlight some things that I've got going on. Now through Monday for August, and then a couple of things I've got going on for September. So while I cut these out, we'll go ahead and talk about those. So the first thing that I want to talk about is my monthly host code. So every month I put out a host code where if you place an order in my online store between the first and the end of the month, and you use that host code, which is a series of letters and numbers, you're going to get a free item from me just for placing an order. There's usually a qualifying limit that you have to place before tax and shipping. I think a qualifying limit this month is $35. before tax and shipping, and you're going to get a free pack of all the trimmings embellishments, which are they're these super cute enamel dots and stars that are a new item in the holiday mini. They're super cute, but you're going to get those for free for placing that qualifying order by Monday if you use the host code here. And I'll post a link to my store in the description here. The other thing, I have 2 goals that I've got going. So these are both for September, but you can take advantage of them now. So I have a goal to get 7 Paper Pumpkin subscribers by September 10th. So if you sign up by September 10th for Paper Pumpkin, you are going to receive the September Paper Pumpkin kit, first of all. But second of all, you're going to help me reach that goal of 7 subscribers. And then you're going to get all of my Paper Pumpkin subscriber perks, which include a monthly email with some PDF tutorials for alternative projects. And then I also hold a monthly live via Facebook where I show you the kit and I show you some of those alternative projects and how to put them together. And as an added perk for taking advantage of helping me reach my goal by September 10th, if you sign up, I am going to not only give you my member perks, but I'm going to send you a little card kit in the mail. Once I get my kit and figure out what my alternatives are, I'm going to send you a little kit so that you can make those alternative projects that I email out to you. So that's kind of fun. I don't normally just send those out. I usually only send out the PDF tutorial. So once again, I've got a goal of 7. I currently need 6 more people. I got 1 new subscriber yesterday, so that was exciting. So I'll post a link to how you can subscribe as well. And then my last thing that I wanted to talk about was my virtual workshop goal for September. So I have a goal set to to hold 5 virtual workshops in September. I currently have 2 scheduled, so I need 3 more. So anybody that wants to hold a workshop, let me know. You can comment below that you're interested, and I can send you a message with all the details. But that's going to be, I'll set up a private group. You'll invite your friends. I do all the work. I do the posting. I'll do a live demonstration. I'll share videos. There's going to be games and prizes. It'll run about 6 days, and you'll even be able to earn some free stuff off of your wish list, which is kind of fun, because who doesn't love free stuff? But anyways, so if you want to hold a virtual workshop in September, let me know, because I need 3 more to reach my personal goal. All right, now that I have these cut out, let's go ahead and finish this last card here. So same thing as the last one. We're going to be measuring 5.5 by 8.5, scored in half, 4 1/4 inches. And then you can see here where I punched out, or I die cut out that window. And I think this morning I'm going to go ahead and play around with my original idea. So this one's going to be different than my sample. My cat must have been up here this morning because I keep finding hair everywhere. So the first thing we're going to do, I'm going to bring back in that fruit slice. Nope, I was going to do the lemon, that's right. So I'm just going to randomly stamp this lemon around my border here. And I cannot tell you how much fun I have had playing with this kit. If you have not used one of Stampin' Up's all-inclusive kits, you are missing out, my friends, because they are simply amazing. And the fact that once you're done with the elements inside, you can still use the stamp set is even more fun. So there is my card front. I realized I forgot to tell you these strips that I've been using. They measure just about 5/8 of an inch by 4 1/4 inches. So we're going to do the same thing. We're going to do that little bit of masking here to separate out our words. So I'm going to do hello first. Where is my navy ink? There it is. I really don't have that much stuff on my desk. I just hid it under something. Alright, let's hope that that doesn't get onto my thing here. So we're going to stamp our hello. It's a little messed up. And then we're going to go ahead and bring in that banner punch again. And we're going to punch that banner here. Trying to center it. And I'm going to come in one more time here just to punch it a little bit closer to my word since I'm putting it in the window. Ah, that was too close. That's okay. The nice thing about cardstock, I can flip it over and try again. Alright, so let me bring in my sticky notes one more time here. Mask off that portion of sunshine. Get my navy ink. I'm going to leave that open because we're going to do it again. Alright, and we're going to stamp our hello. This is nice and clean here. Make sure all that residue is off. Clear my block off here. So we're going to go ahead and mask off that part of the stamp that says hello so we can do our sunshine message. Okay. Right. Same thing, we're going to come in at the bottom here. Okay, lovely. So the last and final step is just going to be to assemble our cards. What I'm going to do, I'm going to put some dimensionals on this and center it. And while I'm assembling this final card, I want to tell you about how you can get in on receiving a card kit for Saturday mornings when I do coffee and cards. If you want to create along with me, there's two ways. So you can email me that you'd like to order your kits. And I do these every Saturday at 9:30 Central Time. So for September, I think there's going to be 5 kits maybe. But anyways, you can just pick the kits that you want to receive, or you can take all of the Saturdays that are going to be in that particular month. You can also earn your kits for free. Oh, and those, to purchase the kits, they're $6 each. I ship them out to you in a priority envelope. So you, you'll get them pretty quickly. And that $6 does include your shipping, just so that you aren't having to pay that extra. But anyway, so you can purchase the kits individually for $6 each, or you can earn them for free. And the way you earn them for free is by placing any order in my online store of $30 or more. And when I see that you've ordered, I'll send you out an email to make sure you want to get those kits, and you'll just reply with a yes or a no. And if you do, I will get your kits in the mail to you right away. So it's that easy. All right, so now I'm just gonna put my leaves on my lemons. I'm gonna put this one right here. And then I'm going to grab that dimensional I didn't use. Put your dot glue on here because I put my dimensional too far over. And we are just going to stick that right up top there. So there, I made this one look a little bit different than the first one. So I'll bring in all those cards that we made again here this morning. I'm going to bring my information sheet back in so you can see my email address. Clear some of this stuff out of the way here. So we have got our cards here. So we have got our simple cards. Let me bring this back in. It's my host code. So we've got our simple, two different colors, 2 different layouts. Super simple, super easy to do. Our second set, we added a die cut element and a banner, and we used Technique, which gives it a little more oomph. And then for our third and final card today, we had our fancy one, if you will. I don't know. That's how I did that one, and then today's I changed up a little bit. So you can see there where the inside, you still have room if you want to write around it. You could, but I got some glue on there. Bummer. Anyways, so guys, if you liked today's video, let me know by leaving a comment below, and I'll pick a winner sometime tomorrow to receive a set of cards. You'll have your choice of either the pink or the yellow, and if you pick the yellow, I will redo this one so that you don't have that smudge mark or the the extra hello on the back there. Although it's kind of cute because you can still see hello sunshine. But I'll redo this one so that it's not quite so smudged and having the adhesive stuck there. So, but let me know what you thought. Give me suggestions for future classes. I'm always up for suggestions. Don't forget about my goals for next month and my host code for August. And then just so you have an idea of what next month's coffee and cards are going to be, we are actually going to be using a set from the new catalog, the new mini catalog, the Celebration Tidings. We'll kind of work through each week using a different part of the stamp set, because you can see that this one has Halloween, Thanksgiving, kind of Christmassy, and then even one for Valentine's Day. So this is one of my favorite collections right now, but we're going to go ahead and we're going to work through this next month. This will be what we use each week for coffee and cards. So that's it. Thank you so much for joining me this morning. I hope you had fun. I hope you liked the cards. And until next time, happy stamping. Bye.